Hera kahara satyora kaya Adonai karaka satyora naya Adonai kasatyora kaharia satatu Ki haya hera hodia hendo hokura sisi Kira pohea kara satyora kahara sati Kiri kiora kata sakati Hori Diora Satya Tatsakati. Greetings. It is I, the one that you call the Blue Buddha.
Oh,
Welcome.
Thank you. It is good to be here. I have a message for you. At this time, in this moment, on this earth, we have to be vigilant as to how we talk and how we how we let people give this, how we let people give the space to each other to be what they are. One has to think and keep a clear mind. Be conscious when it is spoken. It is very easy at this time to be fast in words that can hurt. This is not what we want. It is encouragement when somebody is talking about help, no matter what is the name, how quiet it is when the person speaks, but it is there. So we are always have to support each other. Clear mind is what is needed right now as we are moving into the higher dimensions. Our expanded consciousness is what it is. We have to forgive. We have to be tolerant, or rather let each other say, do what they need to do. You are now in a state where this is not a big thing anymore for you. You have way, way, way left behind those kinds of situations. You have, what is the name? You are in the last moves of your curriculum. You are doing your great test, and at the same time to think about whatever you do, whatever you say is going into the collective. Bring encouraging words so that the collective can get those words and feast on it. They need a lot of help, especially the ones that are waking up now. It is very painful for them, as they have for their lives believed in certain things. Actually, it is all of humanity who has done so. And it is painful to wake up and know that everything is not the way it seems. And that a new teaching, a new paradigm is coming in. It has already started. It has started quite a while ago. The fifth dimension, the upper fourth dimension, the fifth dimension is already descending. You see, actually, you are ascending, bringing the light, and then you are descending into the earth as you're bringing heaven to earth. Keep that always in your mind. You're bringing heaven to earth. Then who are you? You're not human in that sense. You're wearing a human suit in order to be here in this density. You are spirit. You are carrying the seed, the spark of God within you. All of you have light codes. They are all together become one message. And that is a powerful message. And each one has a piece. So that not only one has to carry. It is not very smart to do so. But now, as you are here, very soon, those codes are being brought into the earth. Your codes that you have, your light codes, your heart codes, what has been given to you, are being placed into the earth. It's not time yet, but soon, very soon, it will be. And then you will see. When we're talking about ascension, there is nothing to go. You're not going up. Your consciousness goes up. Your consciousness is expanding. Your feet stay on the ground. But as you're doing so, you will be grounding even stronger to earth, because it is the fifth dimensional earth. You will not see what is always being said. 95% of all the teachings that you have heard in your life and that is written all over, it is incorrect, and that is being done on purpose so that you are not getting away from this planet. It's not necessary. You're not going to be getting away from this planet anyway. You're staying right here, but everything will change. Everything will change, and it will be beautiful. So beautiful you cannot imagine. So, being gentle with each other, it is important that you do. We, or rather you, are old enough now. You're out of diapers. You're out of the teenager time. You are now in the adult time, so to speak. But you can play like children. That is the innocence that is in you. And that is the most wonderful, the most precious gift that you ever can have. This is what you give to the people, to the children that are coming after you. That is the new earth. Your teachings are needed. You are the ancient ones. You are the ones that you have been waiting for. You're here right now. So this is for the new generation. There is a lot of healing to do for the new generation. It's going to be several generations until all that has been transmuted and transformed into something so beautiful. And when you want to come back, you will be living in a completely different world. So think about that. The work that you're doing now, it's not just for you. It's for the earth. It's for the children. is for the future. You will be gifted with many new technologies, and life will be better and easy, and that will start very soon as well. So the last mile to walk is always the hardest. And this is what you're doing now. You're so brave. You have been brave. Had you not, you would not be here now. Pray, or rather honor the ones that have gone before you. They have sacrificed their lives so that you can live and that others can wake up. The dark energies are dissipating. There will be always some darkness. It needs to be. It needs to be a balance between dark and light. That is the only way you can expand your soul, your experiences, you expand your consciousness. It is necessary. It just will not ever be the way it was for so long. That will not happen. It was never intended to be that way. So take heart. Make the last mile in ease and grace with each other. And everything will be rewarded. God loves you beyond your imagination. All of heaven loves you beyond you ever can imagine. They're all sitting on the edge of their chairs with their popcorn, eating a lot of popcorn because it is so exciting and it is so interesting for them to watch. And they are with you, just like a football game or whatever you call those things. And then when you have done something and you came through it, everybody stands up and celebrating, yay! Just like a game, and it is a game actually. It is a game for your soul expansion. It may not look like it, but it is. What you see is all a game. It's all theater. Nothing of it is real. You will see, you will know, and then you will love. It comes the time, the celebration will be grandiose. Anybody has a question?
Beautiful. I have a quick question. So last night around 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock, I started to feel very sick to my stomach. And then I was like, I just need to lay down. I couldn't even like lift myself up to go to bed, which is what I really wanted to do. All I could do was kind of like curl up in a ball and lay down on the couch. And now I know I've had these experiences where I go to the quantum field, and actually I'm feeling it right now just with your energy, you know, feeling that multidimensional aspect of myself. But what was happening? Was that my team just kind of saying, we need you now, so conk out and we're gonna like come do some work? Or what was that experience?
These are when the fluctuation of the energies, the new energies come in. You need to know that you are in a photon belt now. The Earth is moving, or the solar system is moving through the photon belt. And the photon energies are very high. So you have to adapt to those energies, because you're not going backwards, you're going forwards. So all that what you're feeling, the nausea and the tiredness and everything, it's because you're adapting to the new energies. Not only that, but also you're changing yourself, cellular changing, you're changing your body. So all this together, when you take that, yeah, it's not very pleasant for you to be like that. It's for everybody. Everybody has at times those moments, if you will. Sometimes it takes longer than moments, maybe 2, 3 years or so, you know. But yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of suspected, but I thought, I don't know, maybe
yeah,
there was
no,
something else going on. So
you stop analyzing everything. It's not necessary. What is necessary is that you concern yourself with your heart, but not with your physical heart, your spiritual heart.
your spiritual heart, yes. And so to that end, I've recently had some reconciliation with one of my siblings, and I felt like we just wanted to like sit next to each other, like we just wanted to be next to each other. And even though there may have been challenges that we overcame, it felt like we just needed to be together. It was just a feeling. It wasn't like we were really talking about anything important.
Yeah, that's exactly it is. That is exactly that. And you are not the only one that is doing that. This one here is doing the same thing. And there are many others that are doing the same thing, you see. And it is the love energy is coming in. And that is a very high frequency. So you will feel a lot of things that it doesn't make sense to you. That is for everybody. You may feel agitated for no reason whatsoever. You feel pain for no reason whatsoever. You wake up and you're all in pieces. All that is the growing time when you were a teenager or became a teenager, where you started growing out of all these childhood things, if you will.
Yeah.
You all went through it, so you're going through it again. You're getting out of your diapers.
Gotcha. And then my last thing is, if you can help me understand, I had a dream where it was like a brown hand came around me and like grabbed hold of my chest. And I remember like leaning over and biting it like a piece of chocolate. What was that?
Did it taste good?
I don't know. I skipped to some other part of my dream and woke up later and was like, huh, that was weird.
Well, often also what we're doing is, or rather what you're doing is, in dreams, we're working out those things that are not being worked out during the day or during your so-called waking life. So in your dreams, you're working those things out. And that is also everybody doing that. And each
Okay.
one does it in its own way. Like I said, there are so little things that are, don't concern yourself with that. There is much, much greater things to do.
Okay. I understand. Blessings. Thank you. I'll let the next person have their question.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, Radha.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
So I was told that an old relationship was presented to me in order to open my heart and brighten my aura. Could you tell me if that has been accomplished or if there's still some work to be done there?
I would ask What do you feel? Not what you think. What do you feel? How does it feel?
I do feel that the heart has been opened, but I don't have a good understanding of auras. If you can enlighten me about that.
It does not matter. And it is time for you to come and see auras and so forth. It will come. Your heart has opened, so there is new energy coming into you. A new energy that you needed in order to expand your consciousness and also your soul. Your soul is the one that yearns for experiences. And what you consider, not necessarily you, but what you consider that it is unpleasant, that it is negative, the soul doesn't think that way. That's the mind, that's the ego. When you have a clear mind, you will know and see the difference. You see, that's for everybody. But you see, the thing is, as you said, so you did. Of course you did. There is something new coming for you. There's a new door that will open up now. Because you did the first step. Reconciliation. This is what is, a lot of people do that now.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
So someone had mentioned that the ascension, it doesn't only affect us, but it also affects source. Can you tell us how it affects source?
It doesn't affect source. Source is source. Source is the one that brings it forward. Source is such a being, is such an energy that you cannot ever imagine. Source created you. You have a part of Source in you. Source gave you a part of his soul in you. And that is for everybody, and that's for all universes. So no, that is a limitation that is being put on Source. Source is expanding. Source is always in the state of becoming, just like you, just like everybody. There is no goal, there is no end. Everybody is talking, oh, we're ascending and that's it. No, that's only the beginning of your journey. It's only like a lotus. You see, the lotus starts in the mud and then in the pond, if you will. And then the stem is going up, and on the top of the stem is the what you say that in English, you know, the button, for the flower. So, and you go up, and as you go up, the water is getting clearer and clearer, as because you're getting out of the mud. But you are in the mud first. See, it's all dark and muddy and so forth. And as you come up, and the water is getting clearer. And then one day you open your eyes and your head is out of the water. And what do you see? You see the sky, you see the sun. Just as a picture. You see the sun, and sun, the God, the souls is bringing you nutrition. The sun is nourishment. The sun rays warm you. The sun gives you life. You see? You understand?
Yes, thank you.
So everything goes like that. No, there is nothing. The ascension, it is an expansion of your consciousness. And it affects source only in the way that source expands. Source is always expanding. He is living his life or his expansion through us, through you, even through me. We all are in the same. And we are all in, as we are all in connection through our soul, through source. So we are all one. The only difference is the individuality is what is in your mind. You see, what you have learned, all the experiences that you have. That's why you're coming here to Earth. And you have taken a challenge coming here. You knew before you were born that everything is a script and that you're walking your script going back home again. And you wanted to experience what it is like to be separated from source. And for that you had to move away a long way. And some people get lost. But one day they too will come back. And that are the darkest ones. You see, it's all, when we're talking about unconditional love, it's all inclusive. That's a polarity. When we're going into the darkest dark, we're going into the highest light. You see, that's the polarization of all.
Right. I believe it was said that the darker the sky, the brighter the star.
That's right. That's correct. So some people go that way. And by going that way, and taking that big challenge, they can get lost. And they forget that there is more to it. We all, you all, have forgotten who you really are. But you are on your way back now. So more and more the water gets clear. You see, more and more you understand more, you do more, you become more and more light, which is the result of your work, your challenge that you have taken on, and you're moving through it. And you're making it. You're so close to the end of all this. This darkness, this war has started long before the earth even existed. That's trillions of years ago. You see, and how many thousands of years ago has it started with the earth? The earth was not always like that. The earth was a fifth-dimensional being. Mother Earth is a spirit, and she is so large and evolved that she took a body of Earth, a planet. And she has been given and given and given. And one day it was too much and she called for help, so we came. You see? And this is going on also for thousands of years. You had many lifetimes here, and every lifetime you gained more and more. And memories, if you will. You went through immense times, think on the Middle Ages, etc. You were there, you see, all that, but it was your journey, and that journey is coming to an end in this way. But your journey never ends. It's always expansion, always. God is expansion. Source, what you say, is expansion, always. Creation, creation. The creator, you are a creator. You are co-creator with God. You will never stop. Your soul needs to have experiences in order to expand. And your soul is always expanding. So the real journey will begin when we're talking about 11th, 12th density or dimension. That's only what we know. That's only what you know. It's being told to you, but that's nothing. The journey is what is the important thing, always. And it is always being said, but that is never really explained. You see, the fun is the journey. And the experiences that you're collecting for source, so he can expand as well, not only the source, but all of heaven, because they cannot come down into a lower density. And as we go up in our density, and as you go up in your density, the heavens, all in heavens, they go up in their density. It's always going that way. It's infinite. It's infinite.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Susan,
Yeah.
you have a question?
Yes. So I recently, like 2 nights ago, I think, had a dream about what I think was kind of a vision of what the ascension process is like, as far as, I saw like an expansion of golden Christed light. I was walking around the side of my house, kind of where I usually see the golden light of the sunset through the trees. And at first I saw like the normal level of lights coming through the trees, golden lights. But it was like the forms of the trees in my forest, in my woods, were kind of see-through. Like the trees became kind of see-through, almost light body forms. And I had a visual in my dream of being able to put my hand through the see-through form of a tree. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then a little while later in the dream, I was kind of walking around. I have a gravel pathway around the side of my house. I was walking along that same path, and there was a couple people ahead of me, but there was such a greater influx of golden Christed light, just bathing all the trees, bathing me and the other people in front of me. And the forms of the trees were filled with light and no longer, I guess, more see-through forms. They were also becoming more of a light body form. But I also felt like my body and the other people ahead of me, like we were being bathed in light and becoming more light body forms. And it was almost like we were walking towards the light and merging with the light in a sense. And it was like any fear, any trepidation, any hesitation about moving into the light, kind of what I would envision our ascension to be, like just fell away, because the light was so loving, so warm, so inviting, that you just wanted to move towards it. You wanted to merge with it, was the feeling. And it was just a very I was just in awe of this dream. And it felt so wonderful, this golden Christed energy. And it was just so immense, so intense, just being engulfed in this super bright golden light. brighter than I've seen, you know, in any, I guess, sunset situation before. It was just all around me, engulfing me, and engulfing like my whole forest in light. So I didn't know if you could perhaps speak to that. I mean, I guess, am I correct in that this was kind of a vision of my ascension process and moving towards the light, the golden Christ of consciousness?
It was not a dream. You made it a dream for you in order for you to handle it. What you did, you was just stepping into the fifth dimension. That's what you see. And that is it an ascension? It's part of it, I guess. I really feel that this word ascension is not necessarily the best word to use, because it brings so many different things together. When you start talking about expansion, raising your vibration and coming closer to the next dimension, you are in the fourth dimension at this time. There are many, many levels in the fourth dimension for you. And then even the three-dimensional reality has 6 dimensions, you see. And you see, it's not that you're stepping just from one thing to the other in there. No, that doesn't work that way. Your experiences and what you learn, etc., that is the ascension. That you open yourself more and you become more conscious of what is around you and what is inside of you. That you become more self-aware of how you are and what you are. But the thing is, you are one being. That is to find. You see, you can take all those fractals, whatever you want, and you can put all that together and create one being. That is what you look for. You are using all those energies that have been given to you. Do not identify yourself with who gave that to you. Just look at it, what is being given to you. You see, what is being given to you that makes you what you are, whatever you take from it. And that is an expansion. And all that is, these are gifts that have been given to you for you in order to expand, to become more, to realize who you really are. That's all. And yes, your experiences that you thought you dreamt was reality.
Yeah, it was very, very real, very,
Yes,
it felt,
yes.
it felt real. And I know I've been in the fourth dimension for a while and probably shifting into the fifth here and there, but I think I just had kind of like that question in my mind about, okay, if a solar flash happens or this great influx of light happens, that like, what will that experience be like? And it was kind of,
no.
Yeah, there was no hesitation. It was just like, yeah, just continuing to merge with the lights and continuing to be one with the lights is what it felt like. And
the information,
it just felt amazing. It just felt incredible. Yeah.
The information of the solar flash is incorrect. There are many, many things that are being told to you.
Yeah, that's what I recently realized too, that it's not,
God would not.
it's going to be more of an individualized experience based on your free will in allowing in the light and integrating with the light in a sense.
So more you know, the less you talk. That is what has been experienced by many people, because it is so difficult to bring forward from yourself what you know when you are moving higher. And people do not understand, they misunderstand. So therefore, it's only people that come to you and ask questions. That would be the best for you to do. You see?
Yeah, it's all, yeah, kind of going into the silence within yourself is what I've learned, or that I've continued to move forward. Yeah. It's a more of connecting with the vibration, the feeling through the heart, and less about trying to explain it with your ego mind, what's going on. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I said, clear mind. Walk the path of clear mind. The clear mind is the mind of God. That's the Buddhist path. The heart is Yeshua, Christ. That is the heart of the path of love. That needs to come together. That's the mind and the heart become one. As your subconscious and your conscious becomes one. You see, there's your lower mind, but which is human mind rather than lower mind. Your human mind is training to merge with the higher mind, with the divine mind. So if we shun all the time the lower mind, what do you think gonna happen? When you're helping this mind, when you're supporting yourself in your human way, and you want to go to the divine mind, it's all one. Think about it. It's all one. It's an excuse to talk about low and higher. You see? It's you. It's all you. Love it. Like everything else on you and in you. There is nothing to forgive. You are on a journey that you have chosen, and each and everything that you have chosen. And now you have to work with your, what you call lower mind, so that your lower mind can merge with your higher mind, God mind. Bring it to the heart, let the heart embrace it, and you're connecting. That is the godly time. You see?
Beautiful. That was an amazing message. Thank you. Much
You're
love to you.
Thank you.
I don't see any other questions in the chat. Is there anyone else that has a question for the Blue Buddha, also known as the Medicine Buddha?
Well, I got out of the dark castle that I was in Central Europe astrally just now, and I was wondering if there was any messages coming through about that castle.
You see, those beings will not survive. They cannot survive. And the time has come for it, that they melt away. You need to heal yourself. You need to bring as much light into you as you can. The fighting is almost over. You need to recover a little bit. Give yourself the time to do so, to relax, to bring something else into you. Bring light into you. Bring happiness into you. Bring something that makes you feel light and yeah, happy for a while. Because you have been fighting for so long. Not only in this life. You have chosen to do this. And you may also have some good times, not all just dark. Love yourself. Love yourself for what you are, for what you do. Bring the nourishment from Father, Mother, God into you. You don't always have to fight. Give yourself a break sometimes. And it feels like it is time for you now, just for a little while, that you recover. How is that?
Thank you.
Would you like to know anything else? That this what is happening in the Black Castle as you're talking about. It will not survive. It cannot survive. And you know that.
Right. Yeah, I think the whole thing just got transmuted during this this session that we've had. I mean, I was able to break free of they had me in this lower crypt of this castle, and I was able to help transmute this entire castle. Originally I met the Templars in London, and they told me about, I was like, show me the darkest castle that there is in Europe, and they showed me that one, and I went inside of it, and now it's been transmuted, and all the beings inside of it were set free.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Epic. Yeah, I don't feel that block at the back of my head anymore either, so that's amazing.
Well, yes, it is the light. There's nothing that can really fight the light, you know. Love is the answer to everything. Love is the power of love is greater than an atomic bomb or whatever you want to call this nuclear bomb. Love is greater than that. And when you really look at it, this is a construct here. But the matrix is collapsing, the matrix is breaking down. There's a new one coming. And there has already landed. It is us now, for you to manifest that, to bring your part of love into this matrix, this new matrix. You are creating the new earth. Do you realize that?
Mm-hmm.
It's you creating the new earth.
Mm. Thank you.
You're welcome. All of you are here to create the new earth.
So
Think
does
of-
anyone else? Oh, go ahead. I was just going to see if anyone else had a question, David or Joan.
I think Joan said she does.
Yeah, Joan did.
Oh, yes, I see that. Oh, go ahead, Joan.
Thank you. Greetings. Do you have any advice? How can we handle these energies that come in? And
You talk about the light energies.
yes, and how is this processing to each individual or?
It is individual. It is all individual. Yes, there is no collective. It is individual. Each one experienced the so-called ascension in its own way. But that doesn't mean, as you have now, you have the same thing. Each one has its own path to walk. That is, each one has a different path, and yet you all come together. You're friends and you're close together. You see, that is where it comes in to, how was that? To not only tolerate, it's not tolerance, it's free will. We have to honor free will, all of us. We have to honor free will, you see, because you want to be here. Now here's the other person, that other person also wants to be here. So give the space to let the person be here. You know, that's it. It's not emotional. It's not any of those things. It's honoring and respecting each other. That is the highest law, actually. Love and respect. So when that is happening, that is being planted into the new earth. And as that is being planted into the new earth, our future children, they grow up with that. They are different. They don't have to fight as you have been doing now. You see, it's not only all now, this moment, at least for the next 7 generations, as the native people say. Think about the next 7 generations and work for that. You know, there's a lot of things to do, especially as everything that has been learned now until now has to be unlearned, because it's all different. It's living on lies constantly. There's nothing but lies. So
Yeah.
that is what to be changed. That's it. And the new earth, we are working, me too. I'm here, am I not? We are working for the future. We are working for our children.
It's gonna be a lot of work. That's especially free will, because everyone has a program to do work.
But it's our work is we're gonna be older. You're gonna be older. I don't. So that means that you will be grandmothers, grandfathers, and you're sitting and talking and giving stories. Isn't that wonderful? The natives, the real natives do this still today. The original people, the principal people have been doing that for aeons. You see, it's going to come all back in the same way. That's why you're the ancient one. You will know when the time comes for you what to do. That's for everyone I'm talking, not only one. You know, you have your path and that what you like the most, do what you like the most. That is what brings, let's call it success to you. What you love to do most is the best work you can give.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Yes. I will go now. It was a pleasure to be here. I like to come. I like to
Thank
come.
you. We've loved having you here. It's been nothing but a blessing and an honor to us. And so at this time, we'd like to honor all of our ancestors, all those who came before us and those who will come after us. Many blessings.
Give you my blessings. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
Thank you.
How was
Thank you,
that?
Elga.
It
That was
beautiful.
incredible.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Epic. Epic, as Kyle says. Epic.
Epic. Epic.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Wow. And it's so interesting because I think there's a lot of times when you will just be having a conversation with us, and I feel like you're channeling Blue Buddha without knowing, because there's a couple of things that or Blue Buddha said that I was like, oh, I've heard Elga say that before. And I'm like, aha, it was kind of like click, 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 like it just like made sense. I'm like, oh, it was so unconscious. It was so natural the way it came through that you just would like say it, like you would just be having a conversation with us and those words would come out. And it's the same message. Yeah.
Well, were you Buddha's scribe in a
Yeah.
former lifetime? Yeah.
Yeah, I was Buddha's scribe, yeah.
Wow.
Feeling blue. How about you?
Yeah, yeah, that was, I don't know what I've been talking about, you know, I really don't. And what I saw was, first I saw him here in a lotus position, and then he came right in front of me, and then I stepped back a little bit, and then, I don't know, and then he was talking about, I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. We
Yep.
have to record.
Yep, it's recorded, so you'll definitely have to watch it. And you talked a lot about light and love.
Oh,
And that we are the creators and that we are creating the fifth dimension. And then
The new
yeah,
earth.
the new earth. Mhm.
wow.
The clear mind is the Buddha path.
Yeah.
Christ energy is the energy of love, and you have to connect your energy of love with the clear mind. And
Wow, that
that's how you get to the higher dimension.
Wow, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Wow, that's a lot of work. Wow, wow.